Hi, guys. Welcome back. This is part 3 of the 100-pound weight loss journey. So, today I wanted to talk about the stomach. The stomach was one of my biggest issues. That's where I had most of my fat. It wasn't my legs, it wasn't my bum, it was my belly. So, I knew when I was concocting my plan in my head to do this journey, I knew I had to make changes in my diet. I knew that something wasn't right. Something was making my stomach expand like this. And everybody's different because you see, some people are born very thin and they stay very thin for the rest of their lives. Other people are born chubby and they stay chubby, or some people are chubby and they become thin. Everybody's body is different. So I knew for me, I had a stomach issue and I had to figure out what it was. And I figured it out. It was the carbs, it was the white rice, it was the pasta, it was the bread, it was the sugar, it was things like that that were making my stomach expand. So, and it wasn't just because of the white stuff, because you could eat white stuff and be okay and not gaining. I was overindulging in it. That was my problem. Overindulging, not having control. Um, and with baked goods, muffins, I love a lemon loaf, a pound cake. So those were the things that were really, and chips. Oh gosh, chips are the worst. Um, those are the things that were expanding my belly. So I cut all that off and I changed everything over to brown. And I said, okay, it's if I put everything to brown, it's not going to make a big deal. But for me, it didn't taste the same as the white, so I didn't have as much pasta when I ate the brown pasta. I didn't have as much rice when I made the brown rice. I didn't have as much sugar because now I was using brown sugar. So in a year, it was helping me out on a yearly basis. So at the end of the year, I would have tweaked myself thousands of calories, probably a pound or two, just eliminating that stuff and incorporating it in brown, because obviously with higher fibers, you're going to pass the food quicker, so it's not going to stick into your stomach. I used to do that, and every night I would take a walk. Like, even if it was, like I said, it was 5 minutes, I took a walk after dinner. Those walks I was talking about, most of those walks were taken after I ate dinner. And that was so I wasn't laid up in my bed watching a movie after dinner, or just go get in my shower and, I'm back comfortable now. No. I said, let me get up and let me move. Also, it was helping with the digestion of my food. It was helping me just get out and move and get used to that routine of making sure I wasn't sitting down after I ate, because I had read somewhere, never sit down after you eat, like get up and move around a little bit. And I see people of other cultures and nationalities, and I see after they eat dinner they all go around the place walking. So I wanted to implement that in my routine. Like I said, just 5 minutes. The weather was nice. I would get my I would go in the shower. I would put my pajamas on or whatever, and I just go walk around the block. Sometimes I would have my tea with me, and I would drink that. And once I did that, I knew I had accomplished my day, and I went home and I slept well. Um, Also, the fast food was a big thing. Trust me, you guys. A&W, Harvey's, Wendy's, Burger King, all these places that give you a fast, greasy burger. Yeah, it's good. It's great. It's filling at the moment, but it's so bad for you. And I knew that. And once I stopped eating that, I actually felt a lot better. I felt like, it's weird because one time I went to a party with my friend Michelle, and after the party, we went to McDonald's. The first time I had even like tasted a McDonald's fry in 4 years. And I took some of her fries, and it was so salty. But I had not eaten it for 4 years, which is the longest time in my life that I never touched McDonald's. So after I ate it, I realized, whoa, this stuff is salty. But before, when I ate it, I didn't realize it was that salty. Before, when I ate it, I didn't, when she pulled out the burger, before when I ate it, I didn't realize how greasy it was. And I kind of looked at it like, whoa, So cutting that out was a big accomplishment for me. And now it's like, I realize that like I don't even crave it. We crave McDonald's because from kids we eat McDonald's. That's the go-to place. So we eat it and we're used to it. How many of us could say that we don't have McDonald's in our body whatsoever? Everybody has a piece of McDonald's inside of them. So I'm glad that I got that fast food thing out of my life. And I still, like I said, go to Tim Hortons, go to Starbucks. Those are my kind of little bit of outlets if I want something. And also, like, I trust myself more because I know that I'm not going to have an ice cap and not work out for a week. I know I work out every day. So once you know you work out every day and you have a good routine, or every second day and you have a good routine, you can trust yourself. You can give yourself that leeway because you know that you're going to be back in the gym on Monday or on Tuesday or whatever. And like I said, you slowly learn to trust yourself. It took me years to learn how to trust myself. In the house with a plate full of cookies, I probably still can't trust myself in the house with a plate full of cookies. You know what I mean? But you know, that's just what it is. If the cookies are there and I eat a few of the cookies, tomorrow I'm back at the gym. I don't really beat myself up about it anymore. But also, when I notice too, when I go to events and stuff and I see cupcakes, I'll ask someone, hey, you want to split a cupcake with me? Or, you know, ladies are always watching what we eat, right? So I'll say to my cousin or my friend, hey, you want to split a cupcake? So at least I get to say I tasted it. I am not going where there's cupcakes and cakes and stuff and limiting myself like, oh, I'm not going to have the cake. I'm not going to taste the cookie. I'm not going to do that. At least I want to say I had half the cookie. I had a little piece of the cupcake and, yeah, learn to, okay, I'm not going to have the whole thing or have all the treats, but I have a little nibble of everything so I can say I tasted it. I'm not being left out, you know? So, yeah, that's how I handle those situations. So the fast food, yeah, getting the brown stuff into my life and eliminating the white stuff and having the fast food come out of my life, it actually made me feel better. I feel healthier now than I did when I was 37. Actually, I feel healthier now than what I did when I was 30. Even my skin's better. And that's probably attributes to getting rid of some of the bad food that I was eating and not eating takeout anymore. It's probably, I put it in my mind that other people have said it to me too. It's probably eliminating the takeout, the oil, the deep fried food, and things like that, you know? And also too, the condiments that I would buy, because I didn't stop buying condiments, but I would just buy like light condiments. And if I could get something, you know, I didn't love all the tastes of some of these things, but I just kind of suffered through them a little bit. Because like I said, at the end of the year, it makes a big difference. If you buy light mayo versus the regular mayo, you just cut yourself down some calories, which just means that you probably by a year cut yourself down a pound. So that's the way that I looked at things. And like I said, it's all about changing your mind frame and your mindset. So in the next episode that I'm going to put out, the next part 4, I'm actually going to go to the gym, show you guys the gym, let you guys see who the head trainer is, and just show you guys the environment. And I am going to, for the first time, post up the pictures, the before and after pictures. So because you guys came on this journey with me, I owe it to you guys to show you guys those photos. So I am going to do that. You guys are going to get to see the gym. So please stay tuned for the next part of this. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any questions or you have any comments or anything that you want me to touch on, anything that you want to know for your own journey, please reach out to me and I will do it. If you guys want to have a Q&A, you could insert the questions and I'll do it, no problem. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please stay tuned for the next, please stay on the lookout for the next episode. Sorry, this is all no edited, straight through. So sometimes I stumble on my words. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Thank you for tuning in.